Susie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for the next 7 days, we are going to be doing a series called Weight Loss Without Burnout. And this series is really tailored to my girlies that's between the age of 25 to 30, just because I feel like those years in our life as young adults, as young women, that's the age where you no longer see fitness and wellness as just an aesthetic. You see it as a way that you can take care of yourself, self-care, and also how you present yourself to the world, as well as focusing on your health. So the first thing you might be doing that's preventing you from being consistent is you approaching this weight loss journey with an all or nothing mindset. I feel like that is a way that we kind of self-sabotage with the amount of life lessons that we have accumulated over the past few years. You might have realized that slow and steady actually does win the race. Then showing up when you don't feel like showing up is much better than going all out and burning out. Right? We don't want that. We want something that's easy. So the first thing that I can recommend that you do to start off your weight loss journey is to just start walking. So walking, I usually recommend walking because that's what I did to lose so much weight, because it was so easy. You did it and you didn't even feel like you exercised, but you got those consistent steps every single day. I recommend starting off at 10,000 steps and then scaling up to 20,000 steps. Currently, I'm trying to hit 30,000 steps a day, which I am struggling to do because obviously work and life and everything else. But I am so dedicated to lose the remaining weight to finally be at my goal weight. I am trying to put a little bit more effort into that, but again, without burning myself out. So just finding something that you're able to do that you enjoy, that's not too extreme. So with the walking, you can call your friend on the phone, you can call a family member, you can watch a video on Netflix. There's so many things that you can actually do while you're walking. It's a type of habit that you can stack other habits with it. Which is why I feel like that's a really good way to get started on this weight loss journey to prevent burnout. The second thing you might be doing that is preventing you from reaching your goal and staying consistent and also causing burnout is that you are not okay with the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is that yes, you are overweight. And yes, it took years and years for you to reach to this weight. So now why would you think that you're going to be able to shed this weight off in a week and a month? Realistically, if you want it to be sustainable and if you want it to be habits that you've built over time that has transformed into a lifestyle habit that you do over and over, and it becomes a habit, you just do it on autopilot, which is what we should be striving for, because we got stuff to do. We can't be worrying about our weight for the rest of our life. We have things, we have goals that we want to achieve. So really and truly, just dedicating the next 6 months, the next year to form these habits. And then yeah, I can do this on autopilot and you can move on to something else is really the best gift you can give yourself. And just being okay with the reality that this is going to take time, setting goals that are not extreme, but specific goals with realistic timelines. Okay. Some of these girls who come on here, the fitness girlies who come on here, some of them, this is their job. Their job is to be a fitness influencer. They spend all day at the gym. You can't compare your life, who just goes to your job and you have other things to do. You have children, or you have to come back home and take care of the house. You can't compare yourself to those girls because it's two different lifestyles, which is why you need to make it into habits that can sustain your current lifestyle. You get what I mean? So, be honest with yourself, do an audit and do some reflection to see what you can actually commit to, and be okay with that. If it's going to take 6 months, let it take 6 months. If it's going to take a year, let it take a year. If it's going to take 2 years, let it take 2 years. Me personally, when I started my weight loss journey, I started in about 2020. and I got to my goal weight. But when I got there so quick. I was basically a straight box. I had no shape because I tried to sprint and I lost a lot of muscle in the way on the way. And we all know that muscle is what gives you that form, that gives your body that shape. I had no muscles, so I had to start again. So I started incorporating weight training, strength training, and I started listening to so many different influencers giving me different advices and telling me to eat all of this protein, telling me to eat all of this food, all of this calories, when really and truly I already had a problem with my eating relationship with food. My relationship with food was already distorted. So after I finally corrected it, within a year, I found myself falling back to these old habits because one, I didn't ease myself into it, and two, I was listening to everybody and their mama, and three, I didn't tailor it to my lifestyle and my personal struggles and my personal weaknesses. So I did a bulk, and I did so many other things because I was just following this social media and saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna grow my abs, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And really and truly, the goal should have been my health and my wellness, like my health and my wellness, how I feel, and then how I look comes naturally. You get what I mean? Anyways, the third thing that I feel like you should adopt so that you could be more consistent is that you need to be kinder to yourself. You need to be nice to yourself. The other day I went on a walk and it was about an hour and a half walk. And I remember I was like, wow, I remember when I first started walking, I was so tired and so out of breath just walking. My feet hurt. I could feel the weight on my body, on my knees and on my legs. I felt the weight of my body on my legs. So I had to take constant breaks. And one thing I really loved about myself in that moment is that I never talked down on myself. I never said, oh, you lazy girl. Or I never said, oh, you can't even walk 5 minutes. You can't even walk up the stairs without being out of breath. Like, that is not the way I motivated myself. And really and truly, I spoil myself. Whatever I want, I give myself. So now that I'm focused on my health and my wellness, it's the same thing. I spoil myself with what's good for me. So I was so kind to myself. I honored myself. I said, girl, let's take a break. And I was breathing, taking my time, and then walking. Because at the end of the day, when you were stuffing your face, nobody was there. And now you're trying to make those habits. It's just you there. You gotta be kind to yourself. You gotta push through and be consistent and just motivate yourself with kind words. Down below, if you could relate to what I said earlier about being an all or nothing type of girl, because that was me for a very long time. I was very much all or nothing, but now I'm finding a balance. We're trying to build a community here with girls that are focused on their health and reaching their goals in a sustainable way. We are not trying to fast track health. We're not trying to fast track wealth. We're trying to take our time and let those habits become permanent habits. Anyways, it was nice catching up with you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.